This is a viral trend that's going around the internet where people are using ChatGPT to create their own action figures. This is from Samaraya. You can see she's got a bunch of comments and some likes. This one's from Logan. This one is from Ben, and this is the one that I created myself where I uploaded my picture. There's a sneak peek at the prompt, which if you want to jump ahead in the description of this video, there's a link where you can get the prompts that I use for creating all of these. And so this is what it created for me. This is the first iteration. I had it revise a couple of things. I wanted to change the shoes, change the item. And so finally you can see the finished product right here. And that's what we're going to learn how to do in this video. And after we learn how to create it using a picture, then I'm going to give you a prompt and we're going to walk through together how to do it without a picture. And then finally, I'm going to give you ideas for how to use this fun trend for your events. So let's start with creating it with a picture. You can see that the first thing I did was go to ChatGPT, made sure I was on the 4.0 version right here. And then I have a prompt that I put in. And again, there's a link in the description for the prompt, but I took out like the specific items that I put and just put generic so that you can edit it for yourself. So I uploaded a headshot of myself and I said, create a 3D image of an action figure named Sean Specie, displayed in a clear plastic blister package. That's specific because of the type of figure that we want. With a minimalist blue and white, that's the colors that I chose, design using the attached image as a reference. So this is going to be key right here, this line for if you're using a picture. And then the top of the packaging, I want it to say Sean Specie. And then underneath it, I want it to say event MC, DJ, and entrepreneur as the job title, which I changed in revision. I'm going to show you those prompts here in a second. And then inside the packaging, alongside the figure, include job-related accessories. So this is what I put here, numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then finally, to close it, the design should be clean, cartoonish, and neatly styled, resembling a collectible toy sold in stores. And this is the first image that I gave back, but I thought the shoes were a little bit boring. So I gave it the prompt that said, now keep everything as is except change the following. Remove the black cord at the bottom in exchange for a Matchbox style, because I've got 2 young kids and recently we have been loving putting this tube together and putting the cars down the tube. And then finally, I wanted to change the shoes because I love wearing Nike sneakers. So here we go. We've got Nike sneakers. We've got the Matchbox car right there. So we're getting pretty close. But now for LinkedIn, I wanted to say something different. I also changed up the headline, but you can see that this iteration, it put it off center. And so finally for the last one, I said, can you keep everything as is except the subheader text, make sure that it's centered, which it did for me. So I've got everything ready to go. It's specific to my brand and to my person. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create an image, but we're not going to use a picture this time. And we're going to do a step-by-step through here in ChatGPT. Again, in the beginning of this video, I mentioned that all the prompts that I use are right here. So we're going to copy and paste this right here, and you can get that at the link in the description. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a 3D action figure named Sean Specie. We're going to do purple and white because purple is the color of royalty. The figure resembles a white male with short brown hair because that's me. Skin color is tanned, wearing black clothing, and I'm going to do purple and white Nike sneakers, Dunk Lows or Air Force Ones. All right, the name of the top of the packaging, we're going to do Sean Specie. We're going to do MC and DJ. And inside the packaging, I'm going to do black headphones. Finally, for the logo, I'm going to do now available. And I've got it going into a dark purple. I'm going to see what happens. And now you can see that what it created is it created this image for me, which I can download, I can tweak, and I can change, or I can type in some revisions. So for example, this put in that I do not have a beard. I haven't been clean shaven in probably 10 years. And so I can go ahead and add a beard to it. Or I can change out the glass of bourbon maybe with a beer instead. I can also change out the text that says now available, where I can put maybe the name of my event. So these are some different ways in which you can create it. But as you can see, it did a pretty good job at taking the prompt that I had and putting it into an action figure, which then I can use for marketing purposes and things like that, which brings us to the final part. So that's how you create one with a picture. That's how you create one without a picture. And then now some ideas for your events. So the first thing is this is kind of a generic layout for having people at your event as the speaker. And so you can see that I inserted myself here. This is from Canva as a template. So these are some generic photos of other individuals. And here you can see instead what you could do on your website for promoting speakers is you could put their headshot and then side by side put an action figure with some fun facts about them. And this is a screenshot from Inbound, which is a large conference hosted by HubSpot. And you can see that Kat Cole, who's the CEO of AG1, she's got a profile here as well as other individuals. So instead, what you could do is you could insert this here. So this is, again, a quick mock-up. So what if I was an MC and we, instead of having headshots, you have these action figures. So maybe it's like cartoon headshot, and then you click on it and it's these action headshots. So that's just a couple of quick ideas for you for how to, number one, how to turn it into this, and then what to do with that. And then not only that is you could send it to your speakers and they could use it to promote your event. So what if instead of having this tagline right here where it's like a little bit about myself, what if it's a speaker for your event, and then down underneath you could put the logo of your event, you could put the website of your event, you could put a QR code in here and different things like that. And if you enjoyed this video going through ChatGPT, then you're going to love this one where I teach you more about how to use AI specifically for events.